All right, welcome in, my beautiful friends. I hope everybody is finding themselves well as you come into this space with me. Some deep breaths, some grounding here as you come in. I've been pulled quite a bit to the soul cards, and just to let you know, this is volume 1 and 2 that I've combined together. These decks in particular, there are no meanings for the cards. It's strictly read intuitively, and I was pulled to this for you today. And something that I've been getting quite a bit of symbology, synchronicity around for the collective is the white snake. So, for those of you that don't know, a white snake symbolism it's a very powerful symbol, okay, across many spiritual traditions. The meaning of it is almost always connected to transformation, also purity of like intention, spiritual awakening, divine protection. It is one of the rarest snake symbols. So when it shows up in dreams and visions and meditation, or even in real life, it's usually indicating that there's a significant, spiritual threshold that's being crossed. So I felt the need to kind of share that with you. Let's see what wants to come through with this deck here. Let me just get another sip of coffee before we begin. All right, my loves, let's see what wants to come through here. Divine Holy Spirit, what message does the collective need to receive? Not working with me here. What message does the collective need to receive? I think it's okay, please bear with me while I tune into these energies here. Okay. This reading is going to be for those of you that feel you're on the brink of something. It could also feel a little scary. There could be some hesitancy here on maybe what feels like you literally kind of like jumping off a cliff here, okay? It feels like there's actually a timeline shift. I feel like this, that this is happening. I feel like it almost could feel like it's not necessarily you're very aware, it's not necessarily creeping up on you, but you know that there's about to be some kind of shift because of this. I feel like the fear that you may be experiencing here, and I'm hearing it's null and void, okay? But the fear that you may be experiencing may be in relation to childhood or in relation to the inner child. I want to let you know, though, that you are extremely protected. There also is significance around there being this boundary that you're not crossing just yet, and it's divine protection. So you need to know that. Like if you haven't actually taken the step, it's because it's not quite time, but you're right there at the threshold of it. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting that you've become quite enlightened to something. Maybe this is in relation to the fear or to the inner child in some regard. For some of you, there's going to be this unleashing of something that has been dormant. For some of you, this is ancient wisdom that's coming into your awareness here, okay? Um, but I feel like it's something creative specifically, that's been maybe dormant. I'm hearing exiting. I am getting a significant timeline shift here, okay? So let's get the cards out and see what wants to come through. These cards are very precious to me. All right, bear with me while I gather what deck here we're to be using. Oh, interesting. Okay. Did we? I don't recall if we used this deck last week or not, but feels like we might have. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting that there's some kind of unleashing that's happening, and it could be like freeing your inner child in some way. There is definitely something about overcoming some kind of fears. The fear, again, I'm hearing it null and void. The fears are null and void. Some of you are going to be receiving a lot of like synchronistic energy or guidance here that you cannot deny. You're not going to be questioning it. You're going to be like, no doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is the guidance I'm getting. You're going to be receiving that. You're not going to doubt it. It's going to be very, very clear to you. Okay, show me. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles here. We have the Ten of Pentacles. The King of Cups. Yes. Some of you, this is about you following your heart, and in doing so, there's a seed that you're planting here. And if you're concerned about the stability of it or the abundance, you need not be. For some of you collectively, like globally, even there could be some fear around something. And I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. It could be like the financial aspect. It could be like money in general, stability in general. This could be something that is globally impacted. I'm just going to toss that out there. You do with that what you will. Something that is globally impacted that removes some kind of fear around something, like it's not even an issue to be worried about. I don't know how to relay that other than it looks like it's kind of wiped clean, or I'm not sure what that's about. Can you show me? Rather, I'm not sure how to articulate that to you. Show me more here. But I do feel like something here just sitting right in your soul, sitting right in your heart, feels right. Three of Cups. Wow, Six of Wands. Ugh, beautiful. I'm getting a lot of congratulations. And the Seven of Swords, there's the fear. So this Seven of Swords makes me feel like you would feel like you can't trust whatever is transpiring here. It has something to do with this timeline shift that I'm picking up. Let me continue here, and then I will ask about that. Thank you. The King of Swords. The Three of Pentacles. And the Five of Pentacles. Yeah. Give me one more on this Five of Pentacles. The Moon. I'm telling you, this may have fears around loss of stability. And again, there's something here that relates to the inner child in regard to this. Okay, there's a fear around this. I feel like I'm being shown here how to remedy that. And this could be by someone who is knowledgeable, someone who has information that you need. But again, there's something here where you don't feel like you can quite trust it, or you may be being celebrated, or something in your life you are celebrating, but you may feel like, again, like you can't trust it, or it's going to elude you, it's going to escape you in some way, it's going to leave you. And so that's where I feel like this fear is coming from with this inner child. This could be like a fear of loss of stability, a fear of a fear of abandonment even. Can you show me this timeline shift? Can you show me more about this? Show me more about this timeline shift. The Emperor. Aries energy. Now, let me say this. For a lot of you, this may come from your masculine wounding. Okay? You did not create the wound for yourself, but you are responsible for healing that. This does feel like there may be something connected to father for some of you. But I do feel like this is healing your masculine energy. This is about you taking some sort of lead or some sort of control in your life, in some area of your life. One moment. We had a card that grew wings. Okay, Seven of Cups. Yes, Four of Cups. Here it is. There's no more fear of failure, fear of disappointment. Some of you, maybe that's part of this wounding. Fearing being a failure. I'm getting a lot of things that play a part in this inner child. There's a purification of the inner child. Thank you. They're also, again, referencing the white snake. I mean, this, I swear, like, this is the only card that I can recall. There might be one other one, but I think it's more of a dragon than a snake. Of all the cards, this one. Yeah, I think there's one with like a dragon, maybe something like that. But I mean, literally a snake. Okay. So I feel like a lot of this timeline shift has to do with how your thought process around stepping into some kind of role for yourself, even for others. I do feel like it's a leadership role. It could just be being a leader in your life, taking control of your life in some way. Okay. And again, I feel like you're in the process of kind of purifying yourself from worrying about what could happen, what might happen. And I feel like that's coming from some aspect of your younger formative years. Maybe somebody constantly trying to protect you. I don't want you to I don't want you to get hurt. There could have been some kind of protection. Give me a second here. For some of you, I am getting that you could have some significant placement in Leo, either I want to say a North Node in Leo or a Chiron in Leo. That doesn't mean it's not your reading if that's not the case. Or your Chiron placement could be in the 5th house. You guys will understand why I make a big deal about Chiron. If you've watched me for any length of time, you guys will understand that soon. Give me a little more here about this Four of Cups, Seven of Cups, and this timeline shift. So a lot of this, the Nine of Wands, you're afraid that taking the lead in your life, that you're going to fumble something and that you're going to end up hurting yourself if you do this. If you take the lead in your life or you step into some kind of role, a lot of this might even be a little bit of imposter syndrome. Okay. Yeah, I am getting that. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, what imposter syndrome is, by the chance that you don't know, it's like this pattern where you can doubt your own abilities, your accomplishments, your worth. There could even be like clear evidence, right, that you're going to succeed, but instead of like recognizing the achievements, um, you could be like fear being exposed as like some kind of fraud. Okay, and that's what I feel like the Seven of Swords is also about, because what I'm seeing is you being celebrated, there being some sort of success or victory or achievement here. And the Seven of Swords is like, it feels like a fear of something and almost like just avoiding it because you don't want to be seen as a fraud. Okay. But this is not that. There's clearly been some kind of elevation, some kind of awakening here, some kind of purification is something that keeps coming through that has transpired for you recently. All right, I want to take a minute to take a look at this inner child and also the protection that's there. Let me just look a little bit at this. For some of you, there's been maybe a recent Kundalini awakening here, certainly representative of the snake. There is something here about like confronting the darkness, okay? Some of you are coming out of like this underworld, being in the underworld phase, and you're in the process of beginning to integrate the lesson. And again, that's where this timeline shift is taking place, okay? I do see a protection from anything unseen, anything, I don't know, it could be like the evil eye, even something, you know what I'm saying? There's something that I feel like you're being shielded from or protected from. There's something I am getting about passing through the shadow, integrating that wisdom. Again, I feel like you're about to step into this. You're moving into higher consciousness, and along with that, you're going to be pulling people into a higher level of consciousness. Okay, can you show me more about this inner child and the protection that's there, please? The Nine of Cups. I'm hearing a time to receive. Interesting. They're referencing Ecclesiastes, a time to give and a time to receive. So what I'm getting is that you've been through the giving part. You've been through the giving part. It's time for you to receive. There's a season of receiving here that's coming through. Wow, the Lovers. Wow, this is on many levels here, but I'm also getting inner alignment. I'm getting an inner balance of your masculine and feminine. Again, we're referencing the feminine, the masculine here. We have the Eight of Cups. Yes. You're walking away from anything. In other words, you're changing your mindset even about how you see yourself. So when I say you're walking away from something, you're leaving something that you can't take with you behind. All right. And there may be, I'm hearing pleasantries. I don't know what that's in reference to. We have the Two of Wands and we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, this is about This inner child energy is about the choices that you've made because you felt like you weren't good enough, or you felt this imposter syndrome, or you felt like maybe you didn't see yourself as a leader. Maybe you haven't seen yourself as a leader in your own life. Okay, it doesn't have to be in the world, but this certainly could just be in your own life. But taking the lead in your own life is also allowing you to step into some kind of leadership if that's your role there, if that pertains to you. So you're afraid of the decisions there's something about that. You may be told like you make dumb decisions, or every decision you make turns into a disaster. Everything you do turns into a disaster. There could be some kind of dialogue, okay, from your upbringing that's relevant there. But again, I feel like you're tired of maybe not having what you want, not feeling fulfilled. And so there's a drastic shift here that I feel like you're going to be participating in. It's going to appear subtle, but the result is going to be drastic, night and day. There's fears around loss of stability. There's fears around abandonment. There's also fears around initiating things because of like your own feelings of self-worth, how you have felt about yourself. And again, they're saying that these fears are null and void. You're being protected. For a lot of you, you don't realize it, but you've been shielded while you've worked through this. Okay. I do get there's some kind of fears around kind of like tumbling, falling on your face, failure. Tell me more about this. Let me just, because there's something here that I feel like you're going to begin. Okay. And I feel like it really is in alignment with your heart, with your soul. Okay. Show me. Oh, wow. Okay. The Ace of Cups. This card flipped. I feel like it's, yeah, Five of Swords. I'm just going to put this here. Tell me about that. Queen of Swords. Okay. Yeah, some of you really embody some knowledge that you maybe don't share or you keep to yourself, and it's time to, yeah, a lot of you are helping to awaken people around you, and you may not realize how impactful it is. But this is like not letting your truth stay hidden. It's not burying it, okay? This is about letting it be seen. This is about speaking it and bringing the information forward. And I feel this information that you embody, okay? But the Five of Swords, maybe again, who am I to say? Who am I to say to stand up and say this? Who am I to stand up and do this? Your power was stripped away, is what I'm hearing. Show me more about this Ace of Cups, please. For many of you, this is going to entail, yes, this is your commitment to something, your commitment from a place of love. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to mean relationship, although I kind of feel like this is there's kind of multiple facets of this. For a lot of you, there's been a lot that you've learned from relationships or commitments that you've had in your life, soul contracts even that you've had in your life, and you might be doing something with that, what you've learned. I certainly feel like there's an integration there, but you might be doing something with the information that you've gained from that, or the knowledge that you've gained from that, the wisdom that you've gained from that. You might be using that to teach in some way. Okay. For others of you, this is a labor of love that you're committing to, something that you're going to cultivate and grow, and it's going to be quite fulfilling for you. And again, I do see, I see a positive response to whatever this is, you being celebrated or something being celebrated. There could be groups of people involved or a certain collective that's involved in this for you. It could be even like a group of friends or family or a community that you're in a part of. Okay, let's look at this King of Swords and this Three of Pentacles here. Show me that. Show me more about about this. Thank you. Okay, that's what I felt like it was. Some of you, there's like a hang up. You have a hang up in some area. And I feel like you might need to bring in a professional. Now, if you have no idea where you're going to find this and who the right person is, whatever, okay? Ask the universe to deliver it. Ask the universe to bring it in. Call it in. I'm telling you, ask for the teacher to appear, the Seven of Pentacles. For some of you, this might be about how to invest what you generate, what you create, how to grow it. Okay? This feels like a professional that you need to work with. And this is the very thing that's going to help you overcome whatever the fear is. A lot of the fear is like in your own potential. You're not sure that you have what it takes, or you're not sure that you can manage something properly, or you're not sure this, that, the other. It's, again, you're shedding yourself of the fears and you're being protected while you integrate this. A lot of people like to complain about, oh, well, this, that, and the other hasn't happened yet. It's not there yet. But you do not see the divine protection that's there. And sometimes it's the universe is protecting us from ourselves, because sometimes we have things within us that we're still battling, like I'm seeing here. Right there on the brink, though. And so the universe is aware that if they were allowed this door to open for us to walk through, we would fall on our face. We would ruin it. So sometimes the universe protects us from ourselves. And then we complain about the timing. So there's someone in particular here, someone with the knowledge that you need to work with, that you need to ask for, that's going to help empower you to fulfill some kind of purpose or mission that you're stepping into. And for a lot of you, this is a purpose or mission. You may not look at it like that. That's the other thing. Sometimes we don't recognize just living, just merely existing has a purpose and a mission. And sometimes we're all mad about, I don't know what my purpose and my mission is. But sometimes it's not time to be activated for it. Trust me, you're not going to be able to deny it. The universe isn't going to let you miss it. It's going to make it loud and clear. If you choose to pass that exit and continue on down the road, then just weren't ready for it then. This is something that you're ready for. This is something that you're in preparation for, okay? And that might be something that this Mercury retrograde, November 9th through the 29th, is kind of slowing us down. There's going to be an integration. Sagittarius season is going to be extremely important for integrating this and then putting it into clear and concise kind of path forward. But I'm telling you, there's somebody here that maybe a professional that you need to work with. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to know? Two of Swords. Yeah. Five of Wands. There's that divine pressure cooker, as I call it, and the High Priestess. You may find that you're fighting yourself, fighting your intuition here, what you're being asked to do. And if you feel like that's where you're at right now and you feel like at a crossroads, I don't know how to, I don't know what to do, ask the universe to open the doors and windows for you to move through. And it will. It absolutely will. But you have to be willing to go that direction when it's revealed, when it's shown. You may want to go watch last week's collective transmission. If you didn't, I'll put it here at the end on the screen so that you guys can find it easily. Just give me one moment here. Okay, I'm feeling pulled to the Cosmic Dreamer. So bear with me here. Uh-oh. Whoops. Look at that. I'm just going to celestial frequency and prism. We'll make a note of that. Let's see what comes through here. If there's another snake, I tell you. I don't even know if there's a snake in this deck. Okay, spirits, show me guidance, advice, reminders, please. For those that this transmission resonates for, guidance, advice, reminders. Guidance, advice, reminders. Guidance, thank you. Astral Voyager. And I'm seeing the alchemical flame. Oh, come back here. Okay, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read both of these to you, actually. Okay, the Astral Voyager. This card talks about spiritual exploration, meditation, integration, astral realm, journey of the soul, and spiritual practices. The Astral Voyager represents the exploration of the astral realm, the ethereal plane beyond the physical world. It symbolizes the journey of the soul, the expansion of consciousness, and the connection to higher realms of existence. This card invites you to embark on an inner journey transcending the limitations of the physical realm and exploring the vastness of the astral plane. When the Astral Voyager card appears, it signifies a time of spiritual exploration, inner reflection, and heightened awareness. It beckons you to tap into your inner wisdom and connect with the infinite realms of consciousness. Embrace your inner explorer and venture into the uncharted territories of the soul. Just as the Astral Voyager navigates the astral plane, allow your intuition to guide you as you explore the depths of your own consciousness. Embrace the mysterious and ethereal nature of the astral realm, surrendering to the flow of cosmic energy and the wisdom it offers. The Astral Voyager reminds you of importance of mindfulness and presence in your spiritual journey. Practice being fully present in each moment, allowing yourself to deeply experience the sensations, insights, and messages that come through during astral voyages. Cultivate a sense of awe and wonder as you connect with the vastness of the universe and the infinite possibilities it holds. The Astral Voyager also signifies the integration of spiritual experiences into your daily life. This card suggests that you embrace the power of meditation and other spiritual practices to facilitate astral voyages. Nurture a regular spiritual practice that allows you to journey beyond the physical and expand your awareness. I'm going to read the alchemical flame here. The alchemical flame card represents focused action, conscious choice, act with clarity, and being intentional. By the way, this professional feels like this is helping you with something that you are carrying out intentionally. The alchemical flame represents fire as a tool in the alchemist's arsenal, symbolizing its ability to facilitate transformation, purification. Interesting, there's specific words that we've used in this reading showing up. And the manipulation of elements. The alchemist uses the transformative quality of fire to shape and mold things, symbolizing its ability to change the chemical status of objects. This card encourages you to embrace the process of transmutation. Just as the alchemist uses fire to transform base metals into gold, look within yourself and identify aspects of your life or self that are ready for change. This is releasing these fears around the childhood, your inner child. The alchemical flame also suggests that you embrace the power of conscious choice and intention. Remember this Two of Swords? Remember the Two of Wands that we had? Just as the alchemical carefully selects and combines the elements to achieve their desired outcome, be mindful of the choices you make and the actions you take. Align your intentions with your highest vibration for yourself and use the transformative energy of fire to propel you forward on your path. While the fire can be powerful and bring about profound change, it can also be destructive if not handled with care. Interesting. Nurture a sense of responsibility and mindfulness as you navigate the transformative energies at play. ensuring that your actions align with integrity and the highest good of all. Use the transformative power of the fire to burn away obstacles, fears, limiting beliefs, and create space for new possibilities to emerge. This is exactly what this reading is talking about, because it feels like what you are going to be stepping into, whatever this labor of love is, whatever this is that you are here to do. For some of you, teach. This is going to have massive impact, okay, on some level. But I see you struggling right now with whether you're the one to do this, but you wouldn't be being called if you weren't. You wouldn't have this desire if you weren't. Okay. I'm just getting a hit that, this is some of you assisting with creating the new earth. I know. And you're probably like, me? I'm one of those people. But yes, you are one of those people, apparently. Okay. It's beautiful. So, my loves, I'm going to leave this here. That's going to conclude this energy collective transmission. I'm sending you all the love. Take good care of yourself.